Okay, so Gerard's posted a photo on the forum of a what would you do in this situation, a two-handed strangle. Now, I've been quite interested to read through the thread and see some of the usual common answers that, in all honesty, are a load of bollocks. You can tell the people who have trained this situation and the people who haven't. So firstly, if we talk about something very, very simple to minimise the effects of the strangle, if you notice in the photo, the strangle is wrapping the thumbs round the throat and not sticking the thumbs in the throat, which is a big difference. If they're wrapped round the throat, you've got a lot more time than if they're pressing into the throat with the thumbs. Yeah. The woman was obviously in a bad situation. She's pinned up against a car, and the bloke's in a fighting stance putting forward pressure onto her. So the two-handed strangle comes on. The first thing people say, go for the eyes, go for the eyes. Well, if I start going for the eyes, or even trying to punch Paul, look what he's doing. Just by simply using his elbows, whether go over the top or come underneath, he is managing to block my efforts to get through. And you can tell by the strain on my voice, he's still got forward pressure on my throat. Yeah? So all these people that say, go for the eyes, you've got two hands free, punch, 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 talking bollocks, they don't know what they're on about. Next one, they talk about the kick to the nuts. Yeah? The guy's in a fighting stance. All he's got to do, just relax, pressure a bit. All he's got to do is pull his knee inwards, and there's no longer a gap to get through to the nuts. Even if the trying knee is in the way, all the time is maintaining forward pressure on the strangle. Yeah? Even if I go for a low kick, all he's got to do is turn his shin foot into the kick, and he's blocking it. So that's not going to work. So I can't go for his nuts, I can't go for his eyes or his face, I can't stick my thumbs in. Yeah? There's some beautiful moves out there. If someone's going to be compliant, where you can wrap over the top, trap, elbow, elbow, elbow. You can feed an arm through, take the elbow, and you've got them locked up. But if Paul's pumped up on adrenaline, he's got forward pressure, I'm losing air. If I try and get over the top, all he's got to do is maintain his structure, push his elbows out, then I can't feed my arms through, I can't do what I want to do. Yeah? So, after all the bullshit, simple, simple, simple. Concentrate on the problem. That's the two hands around the neck. I am going to lay one arm over the top to cover the headbutt coming in, and to keep the distance. Also, I'm going to use this hand to distract. I'm going to try and get chin control. I'm going to try actually and poke my fingers in the eyes from this position just to keep him busy. Because all the time I'm going to go for the problem. I'm going to reach around the back, and it doesn't matter how hard the squeeze, you can always find a finger and peel it off. It's normally the index finger or the little finger is the weakest. So try and get your thumb under, you're distracting, he's reacting to what I'm doing here to try and stop me getting in his eyes. Go for the finger, peel it off. Now once you're in this position, you're going to concentrate on his finger, pain. So that's where you can start going for the nut shot, going for the eyes, throat, and start fighting back. But all the time the hand's around the throat, you're losing oxygen, you're losing energy. Yeah? And the last thing I'll say on this, if you look side on at the human body, the windpipe goes from the back of your throat round to almost the back of the neck at the top before it does an S-bend and comes back into the front of the throat. So, and do this on yourself. Slide your hand as high up your throat as you can, and then strangle yourself. And it doesn't, you can put pressure, because you're not squeezing the windpipe there because it's buried deep in the back of the neck. But you move down an inch towards the Adam's apple and the trachea, and all of a sudden gag reflex comes in. So on contact, if you're quick enough,
elbow down and push the hands up. So now pull, squeeze. Squeeze harder, harder. So I can still breathe, I still have time to work. Yeah? Arm over, it's squeezing as hard now. Yeah? Go for the finger and peel. Have a go, don't take my word for it. Eye shot, nut shot, load of bollocks. Cheers.